Hello, agentpreneurs, and welcome to episode 67 of the Daily List Report. I'm really excited about today's show. We've got, in my opinion, probably the best branded agent I've ever seen coming on. His name is Kenny Truong. He's with eXp Realty up in the Bay Area, and he's going to talk about kind of what he's doing, some tips, some tricks. Just, you have to see how this guy operates. It's absolutely incredible. One of my favorite things, and what stood out to me early on, is Kenny has branded himself the Fast Agent. You're going to see this everywhere with Kenny, is he sends out these emails that are really timely and really themed. And these take, frankly, a lot of work. So this was themed around the Joker movie, and the entire email is all themed around Joker, but it's all relevant and related to real estate. He's got a great following on social media. In fact, he's going to talk a little bit about that. Make sure you follow him, Kenny_Fast, so Kenny Fast on Instagram. I get all of his emails when he has new listings. He's such a great marketer. I get thought leadership from him. Think this is a housing crisis? Think again. So Kenny is sort of everywhere all the time, I feel like. I know his brand intimately, and I'm excited to bring him on the show right now. So Kenny, why don't you say hello to the agentpreneurs of ListReports?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Fantastic. Kenny, thanks for joining. And I mean, you could just tell by your setup, frankly, that you're good at marketing. You've got your mic set up, you've got your Fast Agent on the background. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Kenny, why don't we start here? I love giving our guests an opportunity to talk a little bit about themselves so that our audience can get to know you. So Kenny, why don't you just spend a couple minutes and talk a little bit about who you are and why we're doing this today?
Sure. Name is Kenny. As Ryan said earlier, I go by Fast Agent. I've been in real estate for close to 10 years now. This is my 10th year of doing business. Very heavy on technology. I'd say over half of my business have came from like online leads and such. But this year has really flipped. This year, most of my business is referral based. Currently, I run a team of 21 agents at eXp Realty, and we go by #TeamFast. We were just recognized this week by Real Trends as top 100 teams in California for medium-sized teams. And then just give you some perspective, last year at this time, I had about 5 agents on my team. In the year I had 12, now we're at 21, and then we're probably going to have 35 agents by end of next month because we ramped up a ton of, if you want to see some of the training we've done, I have like 30-something videos on YouTube where we did a lot of masterminds and webinars, just as everyone else was doing during the whole shelter-in-place COVID thing, which is still going on right now. And in the city of Oakland, I'm currently number 2. I'm like 12 deals behind. A team of 14 has me beat. But for many, many years, I was the number 1 agent in Oakland as a buyer's agent for unit count. And then right now, we're number 2 in the last 10 years combined. Personally, I have transacted about 480 deals or so in my 9 years of business.
That's amazing, Kenny. So, Kenny, let's start here, right? A lot of our agents, a lot of our viewers, they keep writing me and they're like, more about marketing, more about branding. And Kenny, one of the themes that we've had, in fact, obviously, you know Mark Choey really well, right? We talked with Mark a few weeks ago about, his deep focus, right, in starting Climb and as an agent, as a condo salesperson, literally moving into a building and only selling that building when he first started. Mm-hmm. And every successful agent I know has found this sort of niche as a starting point. So can you talk a little bit about when you started, when you built your reputation as sort of the king of the East Bay or the king of Oakland or however you describe it? Like, how did you have the discipline to be able to focus like that? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Even before like social media and all this, I constantly try to be everywhere and figure out how to be different places. And that's how I was able to create a business. Early on, I'm not gonna go exactly how I got into real estate, but I worked for as a third-party company. I worked for the people who put the auction signs in the ground, the big green and yellow and blue ones all across Northern California. And then I used to stick all the open houses signs in the ground for them. And when I first got started in business, I stapled my business card, just the free Vista print one with no logo, just really cheap. I stapled it to all the back of all the signs because the REO agents were too busy to take those calls. And then Craigslist, no one's advertising on Craigslist. I was one of the first agents that I knew about because I had a copy of San Diego agent. I was the first agent that I knew of in the Bay Area to have IDX on the web. I would take all my broker's listings and put them on Craigslist. Again, redirecting traffic to be seen. So a lot of my business is just being everywhere as much as possible. right now you see this ad right here. I had 100 bus benches in Oakland, and that's all you would see for many years. Now I've cut back and made some artwork changes. Now I live online. Like I'm on Instagram stories. I probably posted about 50 times in the last 2 days. I've I've recruited, I think, over 80 something agents now in the last 5 years. Just this year alone, I've interviewed over 60 agents to join my team on my brokerage. Because now people are always looking for help, looking for ideas, looking for marketing, like how we're kind of interacting right now. Like I spend a lot of my times on this to try to make myself be visible. Now more than ever, now it's all about online.
Absolutely. Kenny, can you talk a little bit about Instagram and how using Instagram stories? 'Cause I think that's a really interesting topic here. So how do you think about using stories? Is it your personal life, professional life? Is it a mixture of both? Like how do you think about what to put in a story?
So someone brought to my attention, it's like, this is weaving stories. I post all the deals I do, how I got the deal. Like this, I mean, I'm really proud to say this month I've been on 17 listing appointments and I won 16 of them. I've signed 16 listing appointments. And then I had 3 this week. Yeah, so I've had 20 listing appointments this month. And I actually tell people, hey, I'm going to this one. This is how I got it. This is what I'm going to say here. Talk about the market and showing people. So that in itself is probably exciting enough for some people to watch, right? Oh, this guy's doing a lot of business. How is he doing it? But I post memes all the time, like really stupid stuff that makes me laugh. I save it all, and then I always put, like, you guys follow Actually Agents or Broke Agents, you know those funny things, right?
Yes.
I post funny content all day, and then I'll mix it in with my personal life. I have a pretty interesting and exciting life, I think, because I'm always out. And then on top of that, it's just my day-to-day here and interacting with the agents. So and then yesterday I had 6 hours of showings. So I'm all $1.5 to $2 million houses. It's really beautiful to see that. And then I dropped back in Oakland. I was on my scooter and they had protests around the lake. So just always something interesting to see on Instagram stories, as I'm able to attract a lot of people to want to see what's going on. And the agents kind of want to do that, and I'm able to teach them how to get more into that.
That's really
leading by
interesting.
example.
Leading by example, absolutely. And Kenny, correct me if I'm wrong, but as we were getting ready for this show, you said that you're getting a lot of business right now off of Instagram stories. Is it most of your business? What did you say?
This year's really flipped. Like at one time, 70% of my business was Zillow for many years. Zillow, I have 475 reviews. I'm number 1 across all 5 counties here. Mm-hmm. But Zillow is actually less of our business. It was like 30% of our business last year, but now I'm ramping it back up this year because we have a lot of people. But my last 4 clients all follow me on Instagram, and then they see how active I am. So it's kind of weird to know that your client's watching your every move or step.
Right.
But it works. And then it's kind of weird. And then like for example, I was at this community in West Oakland the other day, and within minutes, my clients messages me like, "Hey, I saw that you were here. Can you check on the plants for me?" I was like, "Shit, this is weird." Because this house has been in the market for 40 days. We had a price reduction. You would think you get fired, but we have 8 or 9 properties on the market right now. That sounds great, right? But my average days in the market is 35, 40 days. It's not pretty. So I'm constantly using Instagram to talk about the market. I'm one of the few people actively posting about what's going on in the market every single day. Another great person to follow is Herman Chan. He's the number 1 agent of 350 agents at Sotheby's Go and Get. You should get him on your show for sure. Okay. But me and him, I repost a lot of his stuff. But we're who consumers, clients, and other agents go to get a lot of their local news about the market, and that makes you more influential, and that makes you the team leader. Because the thing with a lot of top agents, there's lots of them, right? They're not on social media. They're selling 100 homes a year, but people don't know how they do it. For me, I teach people how I sell it, and then more people want to work with me, and then more agents want to work with me. I end up selling more homes. So I'm truly using social media to not just build my brand. My brand is being a thought leader and a team, someone just super knowledgeable about the market, marketing and branding systems, all this, right? Stuff like this, talking to smart people all day. But that's my brand, and that's how I'm able to draw a lot of people to want to follow my brand. And referrals, in May, in May, I got 15 referrals.
Wow.
That's more referrals than most I probably got in a year, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then just in the first 10 days of June, I got 7 referrals or something. Wow. And then I forgot the number, But if someone were watching my story throughout all May, it's like, holy crap. And then and I screenshot everything and then blur things out. Like, shit, Kenny got another referral. Kenny got this listing. And like, it's just constantly showing, okay, this is how active I am because I'm the best, smartest agent in my market. I like to think. And then people want to listen to me and also come work for me.
Yeah, interesting. Kenny, let's shift gears just a little bit here, right? So, there's a lot of people watching you, right, who are saying, okay, this guy's like clearly the top of his game. He's been doing this forever, right? So, what's your advice to an agent who is sitting there saying, okay, I've got an Instagram account. I don't really know where to go. How does somebody start down this path of kind of building their brand?
Like the thing about like online, right? You're talking about how to create an Instagram story. You want to build your tribe. You want to support other people, also trying to do the same thing. So I'm using my influence, and people watching this, you should use whatever influence you have, whether it's small or large, to continue to grow that influence and help other people be influential and do more business. I say if you want to be interesting, you have to be also interested in what other people are doing.
That's
So
a
my
really good
suggestion
point,
is follow.
actually.
Yeah, like not everyone has a great personality for online social media. That's a fact, but that doesn't mean you can't actively engage in other people's stuff and repost what they have to support them. Whether even more so if they're in your market, because then you're building relationships. Like I have a lot of agents in my market that follow me and they want to do business with me. They're like, oh yeah, I've seen your stuff, and I'm constantly helping agents do more business. So even if you're newer, that doesn't mean you can't reshare what else someone else is doing, and then hopefully that person will follow you and then start shouting you out. The whole point is like just jump in and do it and share a lot.
Kenny, can you talk for just a minute about, as you think about social media, email marketing, other things like that, where do you put your emphasis? Obviously, social is huge for you, right? But what role does email marketing play? How do you build a database? Like, kind of talk about some of the other aspects of marketing for you.
Sure. I mean, without just take away social media like Instagram, we talk about a lot. Like Zoom during when we first got into shelter in place was a huge thing. Email marketing was how we got a lot of the registers for the Zoom meetings, and then I made social cards for those agents to send it out. And then when people registered, I was able to pick up all Zoom registers from other agents. So I added about 2,000 people during shelter in place because I did like 33 webinars.
Hey, Kenny. So this is great, right? We've talked about a lot of different things here. As we kind of bring this to a close, what's really your best advice for an agent? You've talked a lot about collaboration with other agents. Can you elaborate on that as we bring this to a close?
A lot of agents who do a lot of business probably aren't as techy because they've been in the business for a long time. Kind of help promote them. They say, hey, check out this listing, stuff like that. I feel like the more you can help them be seen and visible, the more opportunities that might come, and they might be some deal flow and collaboration. The more you give, eventually something will come in and help you build your business.
Yeah, no, I think that's really great advice, Kenny. We covered a lot of ground here, right? I think, make sure you follow Kenny. He's obviously a great leading example. If you're in the Bay Area, I'm sure, Kenny, you wouldn't mind if people reached out to you. Is that right?
If it reach out to me, I'm on Kenny Fast on Facebook or Kenny_Fast on Instagram.
Perfect. Perfect. No, that sounds great. So, Kenny, thanks again for your time today. I think this is awesome, right? This has been a bit in your blood, right? But you're using this as an opportunity to teach others. You're telling our agents, to reach out to other agents and collaborate around these things. I think there's a lot of really great advice here. Again, I've admired the brand that you've built for a really long time. Not surprised to see this amazing setup that you have, at home right now. So Kenny, thanks so much for your time today. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
All right. Bye, Kenny. All right, so I'm sorry today's episode was just a little bit rough. One of the challenges of being work from home or shelter in place is that we are at the mercy of the internet. So we tried our best there. I tried to make some edits to this video to make that as clean as possible. Kenny sends his regards. Sorry he wasn't able to say goodbye to all of you, but we'll have him back soon. I think there's a lot of great lessons from today's episode. As you look at someone like Kenny and the brand that he's built, he's been pretty relentless about it, and it takes time. And as he pointed out, or tried to point out, given the connection, was it takes collaboration, right? So he's constantly looking at what other agents are doing. He's sharing, he's collaborating with them. They get to know who he is, and sort of this all works together. And that's one of the beauties of social media. So I hope that you guys were able to get a great message out of today's episode. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll make sure to reach out to Kenny and we'll find a way to engage. All right, until tomorrow, be safe, be healthy, be happy. We'll see you soon. Bye.